Fellow executives, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement. Ed 209.
Welcome to part 4 of the ED 209 build. It's all about the detail painting now, the fun stuff. I've gone ahead and I've glossed the elbows now, so that's ready for detailing now, so the wiring and all that. I might mist just some black over there just for some shadowing, get some depth to it. I'm also doing these sections here on Ed. These are going to be painted black, and then obviously they're red and all that good stuff. The legs are pretty much finished now, detailed up. I put the silver highlights in there in the front and back. I may go in and tidy this up. Yeah, I probably will actually with that. The gun pods, I sprayed a layer of silver down inside there and then done the grey on top, so that's looking good. Still need to mask off these sections and do the silver on them. But yeah, that's looking good now. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I'm just trying to like detail as much as I can now. Like the stuff like this will all be hand brushed. There's no point masking that off just to spray. I might as well just do it by hand. And yeah, the other gun pod's been done. Again, silver, and then the grey on top. So we've had a little mishap with this one. Some of the paint's come up, but I'll give that a quick sand and we'll reapply the metallic grey. So yeah, I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to get that sprayed black, and I think that's pretty much all the airbrushing that I'm doing on this, apart from the gun pod there that needs reapplying, which we'll get on with that today as well. But yeah, the rest of it's going to be brush painting details. Once I get Ed built up, I think I'll probably go ahead and use some pastel just to bring out all the bolts, because the pre-shading, it is actually there, but you'll only see it in certain light, and I really want it a bit more pronounced than that. So yeah, that's basically what I've got on. The back of the legs, the rails, they're all finished I think now. We got the metallic grey down, and I've also painted the insides of the caps that I put on as well. So once all this is finished, I'm using the plastic coat, clear coat. It's really shiny. It's ideal for decals, which I think might be easier if I decal it first before putting it all together, because I might not be able to get in between his legs once he's all done. But yeah, I started applying the gloss. It's looking really good, nice and shiny. And then after the decals, then we'll go and we'll do areas in matte and what have you, and that, and highlight certain areas. So yes, I'm going to get off because I'm rambling. I'm going to get the black down and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we've got the black down. That's nice. Masking's worked really well on that one. Got a little peculiar area. I must have forgotten to do that little corner piece, but again, it's not much that, just a touch up. I'm just going to apply some silver down to the rocket launchers, and then decide what colours I actually want to do with them. I know most of that is silver, so the rest of it's just black, but that can be sorted out afterwards. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot this with some silver, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm starting to detail it now, so we've got our little, I'll move into some better light I think, which would be helpful. Yeah, we're starting to add all the little red details in now, so they're done. Got a bit too laid back on this one, and the masking, the paint's leaked under the masking, which isn't an issue. I'm just going to go in and brush paint that. I'm not bothered if it is slightly darker, because you know, that's just the way it is. I've got these little things here and all, which are going to be going on here for the tubing to go on. So I'm going to do that as well today, I think. And then hopefully I'm going to get everything glossed today. I've just gone around with airbrush just to darken up these sections. They'll also be weathered as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've gone ahead and detailed the legs with silver accents, which I don't. Oh, yeah, it should be able to just pop out. The cannons, I resprayed the cannon again, like I said, because we had that issue with it, so that's been redone. That's ready. It's all basically now ready for gloss. And then hopefully once all the gloss is done, we can start gluing stuff together. But yeah, I'm just going to have to fix that issue with the red paint, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. I showed you the details before, didn't I? Yeah, we've done all that. We've painted up the mouth as well now. I think the head itself now, because all the detailing, we've also placed these into position now for our pipe work. That's pretty much finished now. It's ready for gloss. On another note, the elbow joints have been done. So I've used some guitar string for the piping, and we've also got our little ribbon cable there installed. So they're good to go. Just letting that glue set up overnight, and it should be all good. But everything's in gloss now. The cannons are all glossed here, so they're looking nice and shiny. The legs are all done. I do want to add some wire to the feet inside somewhere in there. Obviously the cannon here, that all wants wiring up, and possibly this one as well. I've still got quite a bit of that ribbon wire, and it's easy enough to make. I know, you just twist it round. And so yeah, there's all that to do. But for today, everything else is being glossed. Just waiting for this glue to set up here for these. Once that's set up, I'm going to go ahead and gloss the entire thing. And then I need to start thinking about popping to the shop, because I need some mat to sort out the sensor dome on the head. But yeah, I'm going to get that sprayed, and we'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we can start some construction. We'll actually start building him up, and then I've got to think about a base. I really could do with a 3D printer. So anyway, we'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Alright guys, I thought I would share today's progress. If we take a look at the legs first, I've gone ahead and added cabling to his feet, and also some guitar string for the backs. So that looks pretty good now. I liked how they turned out. I've just glossed these, so I don't particularly want to touch them, but I'll try and get it so it shows off what I've done. Yeah, the gun on the right side of Ed, I've wired it all up now. It's also got a guitar string going into it, and also some cabling just at the side there, so that's good. The head I've started detailing out now. I just had to respray that, so just ignore that bit. But yeah, we've got all our pipe work in now, and the mouth, I've added some cabling just in there, if you could, if it'll come out, I don't know. But I think what I might do, because it's such a big area, I might go in with some magnet wire, some copper wire, and just detail it out a bit, because at the moment it looks a bit bland and boring, and it's such a massive space that, you know, you might as well, haven't you? But yeah, that's pretty much today's work, just wiring, piano wire. I'm really happy with the way this pod's come out. It really looks good. I've been looking at the decals from J-Bot. I'll have to be careful with these, because I'll just gloss them again. But this looks massive compared to that, if you can just make that out. I'll zoom you in a bit. Hopefully it'll stay in focus. There we go. Because it's all silver, it's going to be washed out, but that detail that's just there, this looks a bit big for that. not by much, but I might see if I can trim this. And I'll zoom you back out again, sorry. I'm going to see if I can trim this section here, and maybe use a bit on the legs just down there. And I'm going to have to go back and find out where all the placements are for these, because most of it is simple. I know where these lot go. They go on the feet. But yeah, I'll have to look into that one. So that's it for now, guys. I think tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get around to some decals, or if not, I'll be on with detailing the mouth, so I'll catch you then. Welcome back, it's now day 3, and I've just finished detailing up Ed's mouthpiece there. So he's got some more detail just on the inside, as well as the wire. We've got some copper magnet wire in there just to detail him out a bit more. Now I was going to put him all together today and then decal him, but then I realised that obviously I'm going to have to use clear coat on the decal, and if I get it into the joints then it's basically going to freeze the joints up. So I'm going to have to decal today, which I'm not bothered about. It's going to be easier because they're smaller. Now I figured out pretty much every location for these, apart from this little phone number. I can't see it anywhere. I've gone back and watched the scene, can't find it anywhere. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just maybe placing it just on the back somewhere here, somewhere out of the way. And I've also painted the top red here, this bit here, but there's actually a decal for that that's red, so, which is the top ones there. I just need to figure out which way they go. I think it'll go on like that at both sides, something like that. Again with the triangles as well, I'll have to go back and have a look to see which direction they are. I think they are facing outward like that, but I'll check just to make sure. Yeah, so I figured out all the placements. They go on the legs, their legs, their legs, they're the legs, gum pod, hip, elbow joint and gum pod. Yeah, it's just that phone number. Not sure about that one, but we'll find a place for him, I'm sure. So I'm going to start off, I think, with the legs. I think I'll get them trimmed up and make a start. So we'll be right back with that. So all the decals are on now. We've got our little red ones there. We've got our top section done there. The hip's been done now, so it's got its little warning label on there. I'm just letting the microsol set up, giving it a good long time to get on with that. I didn't trim that at all. I thought it's perfect size. It must have been just, it looked too big, but that's fine. So all the decals are on that now. That's setting up. I did find a place for that number. I was looking at the film, and in the scene there's some print on this gum pod here, so I figure it goes there. So that's where it's got anyway. So we got that done. The legs look really good, really happy with them. So we've got all the markings on there with the warning label. I tell you, that was a pain, these tiny little ones, because you have to cut this as close to the decal as possible, and of course that is tiny, and if it fell on the floor you've had it. Luckily nothing bad happened. We got away with it. So that's the other leg, so that's all been done now. I'm just giving it a good long while to set up, and then I'm going to hit it with a gloss coat again. So the legs, the head, the gum pods, the hip have all been done. The elbow joints as well. They've got their decal on now as well. It's a bit weird with these because these should be the opposite, but I think to save money they've just used the same mould and just done two, because they don't line up. Because if we just grab this one without knocking everything over. If we put them on like that, you see they should really mirror each other, but they don't because they're the same piece. So that's a bit peculiar, but never mind. It should still look cool. So yeah, I've got to just literally wait for the decal to do its thing. The microsol's doing its job because it's really melting it round that. It's a good job I did paint it red, really. But yeah, that's looking really nice at the moment. I'm not touching it, I'm just leaving it well alone, and then we can get round to glossing it. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any construction today because obviously I need to gloss coat this at some point. I think I might detail up this gun a bit more because I don't really like this silver. There's too much silver going on here, so I might do that a little bit there, maybe green, and maybe do a different colour just in them little spaces there because it's looking a bit dull. Well, not dull, but samey. But yeah, that's pretty much everything today. So yeah, we're going to let that set up and then I'm going to hit it with a gloss coat. So we'll be right back. I think this will be the final section. What I've done, I've taken the hairdryer and I haven't glued these, they're just in, but there is movement. So he is going to be able to walk. Well, not really, but you know, you better pose him. But I wanted to get a bit further. I've applied a gloss coat to everything now, so everything's wet at the moment, so we're going to leave that well alone. So yeah, this will be the final bit, I think. I need to get myself some matte clear, and I also need to get myself some satin. Because again, I'm going to have to do all that first before I put it all together, because otherwise it's going to stick together if it's put together. But everything's looking pretty nice now. You know, when I fixed those cannons and they were dead straight, that one's decided to curl back. So it has got quite a bit of muscle memory to it. The decals look really cool. I'm really happy with them. I've never really had a problem with J-Bot decals. They're really good. So I'm going to leave that to dry because it's going to take at least 24 hours for it to really like cure and set up. But everything looks pretty good. Just get that carefully. Got the little warning badge there, that looks really nice. Everything's looking cool. It just all wants individually masking off now and doing different finishes to it. And then I can start weathering it up a bit. I'm going to use some pastels on it. So yeah, for this update I think that'll do it, guys. So I'll catch you in the next one where we'll get some construction definitely done. So catch you then.